One thing that I have for some time found disturbing is society's attitude towards violence committed by women. Society is disturbingly tolerant of interpersonal violence committed by women. Some women casually threaten to hit men with great frequency. If a man was to do that to a woman, it would be viewed as an outrage. When a woman does it, it is viewed as perfectly acceptable, and often even funny. This is something which I observe all the time. Some women casually threaten people with violence, and it is regarded as acceptable and amusing. Sometimes some women even commit violence, and it is regarded as acceptable and amusing. I remember once many years ago being amused by a story of a woman brutally abusing her husband. How disgusting that I grew up in a society where I learnt to regard abuse as amusing. The story was widely regarded as an amusing odd tale, not the example of depraved cruelty that it was. Abuse is still abuse when women do it. The degree to which violent women are tolerated is astounding. Violence committed by women is not taken anywhere near as seriously as identical acts of violence committed by men. A man physically abused by his wife will not get 1% of the sympathy that a woman physically abused by her husband will receive. In the case of the man, the abuse will be regarded as nothing more than a sign of his weakness. Society is disturbingly tolerant of violence committed by women. This can be seen in everything from casual threats to how society responds to violence committed by men and violence committed by women. But why? This tolerance is closely related to the misogynistic idea that women are weak and harmless. The idea that women are akin to children. They are weak, harmless, and utterly incapable of immorality. Violence is regarded as a tool of the strong, and women are viewed as inherently weak. This means any violence committed by them is viewed as laughable, a mere comical imitation of real violence. It is viewed as a laughable caricature, akin to a child pretending to mow the lawns or work on the house with plastic tools. Real violence is regarded as something which women are incapable of. They are only regarded as being able to engage in a comical imitation. Hence the amusement derived from women threatening violence and engaging in it. Make no mistake. This is the misogynistic foundation upon which society's tolerance of violence committed by women sits. It is a very dehumanizing way of viewing people. The attitude is very simple. It is okay when you do violence because you are too weak and harmless to be of concern. You are too weak to commit proper violence. You are weak and harmless, meaning any violence you commit will be a comical imitation of real violence. These are the attitudes at play. Society's tolerance of violence committed by women is underpinned by misogyny, and a lot of it. It is underpinned by the idea that women are harmless, weak, and incapable of immorality. It is underpinned by the idea that women are in many regards akin to children, weak, harmless, and incapable. Violence embodies power, and power is regarded as being the domain of men. It is beyond women. Any attempt by women to wield power will be viewed as a comical imitation, someone trying to do something they lack the capacity for. This is beyond detestable. Such attitudes harm both men and women. They denigrate and belittle women. They drip with condescension. They treat women like lesser people who completely lack the capacities vested in men. And they lead to the victims of violent women being viewed as simply part of a big joke, a comical imitation, a laughable caricature of a real masculine violence. Women shouldn't be treated like harmless little children. They should be treated like human beings who are perfectly capable of morally detestable behaviour.